Hi, thank you for choosing this video to watch. What you're going to be seeing in the next few minutes are snippets from a welding demonstration that I attended at Omaha Maker Group. And also you'll be seeing a construction video of me making a wreath. So if you're interested in the welding part, that's first, and then making the wreath is second. Part of the problem with learning something and trying to shoot video of it at the same time is that sometimes you think you've pressed the record button, but you haven't. And sometimes you're looking at the thing that's really interesting, but your camera is pointing at the floor. So this won't be a welding tutorial. It's just really interesting dialogue at the demonstration. And also, you'll be seeing melting metal. So if you come for that, you're going to get it. Alex is the instructor, and he's a sculptor. He's creating his own videos. At the very moment that I'm speaking, he hasn't made it yet, but I'm going to put a link right up here in the future for you to click so you can go to his videos, because his sculptures are beautiful. So.
Oh yeah. Wear a hat that has ear flaps. Wear something that covers your ears.
Yeah. Oh.
Like,
because you'll get some.
You'll get an art, and you can hear it burning. Yeah, because it'll sizzle in your yeah. So
you can hear your flesh
down to your ears.
Did you say you could hear your flesh burn?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard that.
Because like you'll be laying like. Oh yep, definitely need to yank it on this.
Yeah, it won't spark until you pull the trigger.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because sometimes I always forget that that's the case on these. But, so I'm probably going to do something bad. I haven't done an actual welding in a while. But, now, round around this way is actually simulating like if there was a chamfer. So let's say what I was doing is two plates like this next to each other. I want to grind down one of these points off to a 45 so it's a little canyon so it has a place for the weld to fill. So welding down two tubes is actually really, you get really strong welds that way.
Huh.
Welding. That is a really nice machine. That is very smooth. Ooh. Okay, so this is a very good machine. Wow, that doesn't make sense. Seriously, I have like the Chinese junk version. So yeah. So as you see, I was going little circles and just a little bit. Yeah. So you see how I just flipped off some of that stuff. So you see how it's dirty on one spot and then silver on the other one. Yeah, that's what's there. Now,
gotta do the other side.
Yeah, so that's, okay, so this is a real good machine. I would recommend this highly now. And that's the big issue is like, I can never find good all thread. Good, like this stuff.
Yeah.
And that's really all you need. Do we have like a big 2x4? Usually keep, and we can just.
Yeah. I could even. I wasn't really precise.
No, that's fine. So as long as it's down on one end, we can, everything else down to kind of line it up to where it needs to be. And then hopefully this will work. And I'm just going to do a couple quick tacks to get it in line. Maybe. Alright, then you hold it for a second. You see then I welded those two ends together. It's like a hot glue. It's when after I built Big Ugly, I thought this was like the next version of hot glue because I said this sticks together way sooner. Like you have to wait like 15 seconds for hot glue to set. This stuff's like, oh, it's there. And when you're welding, like say I took like this piece and I'm just holding it on this and hitting, you can feel the electricity vibrate this piece, which you probably can't really, but you swear, and you can feel when it turns into this piece. Because when these are welded together, this is no longer welded to this. These two pieces are the same metal.
So, as far as when you're doing this just now, right? I wasn't obviously watching.
Yes.
You were putting the tip of the stick. Using this. Where was? Oh, there you go. Using the stick.
Yeah, I was just coming in and scratching on it.
Okay.
And the fuse part, it'll grab, and if it melts to it, it'll just be a solid conduit. Right. And this thing, if I held it on there, this will turn like a light bulb.
Okay.
So now I don't necessarily need to clamp that down because it's, as long as that's touching and these are together, these are together. So I'm gonna hit this other end and we'll deal with that other side then. I should have grounded, like, I think I had 2 electrodes left. So that's that piece. Like when I'm by myself, I'll go to a certain point sometimes, but if there's other folk around here, I think you probably keep y'all safe. Now this one, I could go through all the work by clamping this in, but at the same time I find just tossing an arm onto it usually works just as well. For art stuff, if you're doing something that needs to be square, like if you're building a table, then yeah, everything's clamped in, and things will move a lot. Like there's a great video, if I see it, I'll post it to you guys here, but they have this beautifully sculpted paneled dog, and it's all done, and it's like really nice, and they just have a torch to it, and it's all time-lapse, and there's like heating up a leg, and the whole thing is just like moving a lot, and it's, like I came from working with wood. Wood sits there, you screw a thing and it stays. You don't hit it with a screwdriver, and like sometimes it might move a little bit, but that's adjustment. Metal will like, it'll sway quite a bit sometimes when it's doing things. So you gotta keep that in mind when you're doing a lot of the welding stuff too. Speaking of steel melts at like 2,700 degrees. So when this is a little, puddle right here, that's well, because like I think 26, 27 is where it melts, but like pourable steel is like 32, and this is almost pourable level when this is melting. So this is like seriously hot. Pretty nice welder though. Pretty impressive. It sounds different than mine. It has a much deeper like resonance to it. Now, so you can take this on the grinder now. You can see where that little shine is. That should be some slag.
You want the hammer?
I'm seeing it might also just be all grutted in there. I'm not sure how good my welds were to actually get in these. A lot of times you can just hit it and some of that you actually see the weld underneath it, but with that, normally what it is that flex off. Ah, there it is. What flex off is that's all the impurities in your steel.
Here's the thing that Alex just made. It's my heart. Actually, it's not my heart. My heart is still in my body. This is just a representation of my heart. On the other hand, metaphysically speaking, my heart is not visible on camera. Unless you consider the work of my hands and my voice, and the editing and the music I make is an expression of my heart. And then, yes, this is all my heart. But this is my heart. And it's a little bit too small. Here, I'll show you. All right, so this is the wreath I have up now for Christmas. And this is where the heart will go. But you see, it's just way too small. It needs to be this big. So what I did was, I went over and I just made a whole other big one. See how big that is? And the plan is, I'm just gonna wire it together and then string vines through it and some flowers and then it'll be a Valentine's Day wreath. How about that?